This episode of Chewing the Fat is brought to you by the Secret Hub Studios in conjunction with netchannel2.com. Good evening, everyone. Chewing the Fat, episode 22, January 26, Australia Day, 2012. And with me, as usual, this evening, Mr. Glenn Goodman. How are you, sir?
Good evening. Very good, thank you. Happy Australia Day.
Thank you, sir. What's going on? What'd you do?
Nothing. Did you do anything exciting? Did you eat some lamb?
I did eat a little bit of lamb today, actually. Didn't have any fights though. Didn't protest. Didn't knock anyone over.
Didn't go down Cronulla?
Didn't go to Cronulla. Bash anyone of any particular ethnic origin, or go to Canberra and protest anything and try and knock over a redhead.
Prime Minister. Yeah, right. Yeah, that was so. So someone was telling me there's no video footage. Is this actually true, or do we know?
I don't know. I think they might have just decided to. Oh dear, we're not going to show that.
Yeah, it's not good. Like, it's not a good thing. Like, as much, what doesn't matter really. I don't think what you think of her. Like, you don't go pushing her over.
No, you don't. Of course not. It's ridiculous. Shouldn't do that at all.
Yeah.
You know, you might like her, but you got no right to push her.
No, that's right. Yeah. No, it was pretty crazy. Obviously, pretty hairy down there. I don't know what they were doing, but I think they're blaming Tony for inciting it.
Oh, look, but who's blaming him? I mean, really? I don't think anyone's to blame. Why is it always a finger-pointing exercise?
Yeah, I don't know. But anyway, it's saw a few pictures, looked pretty bad.
Yeah,
but,
I haven't watched the full footage yet, and might be able to get it up on this part of this show later on.
We've got the lounge. We've had clarification from the lounge. She wasn't pushed. She tripped as she was rushed out by security. So there you go.
Okay.
Thanks, PA in the lounge.
Thank you, PA in the lounge. She wasn't pushed. She tripped over her clown feet.
So that wasn't from PA. That was just a edit.
Edited. Okay. Look.
So
okay. All right. I won't read out what Frosty said. In the chat room. Something about
if you want to take part in the fun and hilarity live, and
yeah.
You can see what the lounge goes on about.
Right.
It's live.thesecrethub.com.
That's right. Live.thesecrethub.com or radio.secrethub.com. And thank you, Will, for streaming that.
Yes.
Something about particular part of her body that's quite large. So let's not say any more than that, shall we?
Yeah, we don't want to create any smears.
No, of course not. I'm not going to demean anybody yet. Night's still early.
So now there hasn't been chewing the fat for a couple of weeks. Why is this? What has happened?
I have been fortunate enough to be in the land of sun and surf and hula dances.
Oh.
And I was in Hawaii.
Now was it what is it, winter over there? Do they have winter?
Yeah, if you could call it that. Winter.
Yeah.
Their winter has been better than our summer, my friend.
Yeah, right.
Beautiful
yeah,
weather. Beautiful weather.
It's been pretty wet up here, but yeah, that's good. So you got a tan? Any tans going on?
Can you tell?
No, not really.
So
I've only got a little photo of it.
What are you saying?
You're a little bit shiny.
What are you saying?
Yeah. You probably pass as an Indian.
Well, if I pass as an Indigenous Australian, I might get myself some sort of grant or land, some acreage maybe.
Oh, you never know. Put up a little tent embassy.
That's right. Put a bit of Marbo going on there, you know.
Yeah. You never know your luck in a big city.
That's right. But speaking of big cities and pointing the finger and all that sort of stuff, during the week, I read this story in it was on news.com.au, Mr. Murdoch's papers, and you probably saw this too. Kyle Sandilands.
Oh no, I haven't had an update on him yet.
All right, Kyle Sandilands, as we know, he's a bit of a without saying anything rude, he's not following the broadcast standards as he should. Let's put it that way. And
well, maybe he's not getting in trouble with the broadcast, is he? I think he's just not following common sense standards, actually.
Well, that too. Let's take the legalities out of it. Let's just say that he should be following common sense standards of niceties and respect.
Yes.
And some
that's
sort
right.
of whatever. However, I still believe that because he hasn't been following those things, I still believe that he's probably been breaching certain broadcast standards and probably some contractual obligations not to breach those said standards. So.
Oh yeah.
During the week, Southern Cross, who owns Today FM, have sacked 2 people, admin they call them, or people in the advertising department, and didn't give a reason. They made them redundant.
Yeah.
I speculate, and anyone wants to call in and refute my theories, happy to listen. They've sacked them because we all know the advertisers are leaving in droves. I think they lost something up to $20 million in advertising revenue since this whole thing blew up before Christmas. And it's not the first time he's done something as stupid as this. And so obviously the management have got to of Triple M or Today FM, Southern Cross Radio, have said, look, we've got to keep these advertisers. You've got to do whatever you can to keep these advertisers. You know, I know Kyle did all this, blah, 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 and they're threatening to leave, blah, blah, but it's your job to make sure, the account managers, to make sure we advertisers stay on board. Now, obviously, these people are leaving in droves, and there's nothing these admin can do to stop this, right? Because it's not their doing, they're leaving on principle, not because they don't like the service they were getting from the admin or the account managers. They're leaving on principle because they don't like what he or his docile co-hosts represent. So they've left.
She's in trouble too for a comment.
Oh yeah, she did a lesbo comment. She's going, I want to drop my name because I don't like the name Ellen. It's a lesbo name, right?
Yeah, it's a middle name.
Done.
Yeah,
well done. She's obviously not learned a lesson.
I can't really see the problem with that. Just quietly, it's not as savage as a remark as what Kyle was doing. It's just slagging that girl off.
When you compare it to what he's been saying, it's Disneyland.
Yeah,
but when you take it, it's to me, it's just okay. That's another thing that you're just making it worse. It might be just a little nothing comment, but you're making it worse. You don't need to add. Don't pour petrol on the fire. Shut up.
Yeah.
Don't make it any worse.
Among the sponsors that have taken off are Holden, GIO, Telstra, Harvey Norman, Fantastic Furniture, Blackmore's, Crazy John, Vodafone, Medibank, The Good Guys, Toys R Us, Qantas, Mitsubishi, and just recently Jenny Craig.
And Bulla Dairy Food, which is the last one.
Right.
That's the last one. That's the last one we've heard of. Who knows who else has pulled out since this story was released a few days ago. So these people have been fired. I'm thinking, hang on a minute. You're firing these two people who are probably on 150, 200 grand a year with families, and they've done nothing wrong. But the moron that's cost you to bleed $20 million, he's still on the air. Wouldn't it be common sense to say, hang on a minute, let's keep these blokes to massage the clients that are left, because why get rid of your good people?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. You have to know what's going on down there, but it doesn't sound right, does it? It sounds like they're being made scapegoats.
Yes.
It's not right. And I think if I was those admin, I'd be just good riddance.
I think they probably have a case for unfair dismissal.
Good riddance.
Well, they probably don't want to work there while Kyle's still there anyway. They'll probably say, look, we're going to sue you for unfair dismissal. We're going to get damages and whatnot, blah, blah, blah. And we'll only come back. You're still going to pay us our damages, but we'll only come back if the moron that caused us to not be here in the first place is gone. I mean, what's wrong? I'll tell you who should be fired, aside from Kyle, the CEO, should be fired for being weak as piss. They stood by him. And the board are weak as piss too for not directing, because that's what boards do, they direct. That's why they call board directors, for not directing the CEO to take action. Yeah. And that whole board should be sacked. Yeah, the shareholders should demand that the board is replaced and the CEO is replaced.
But as they say, do you think in this instance that rings true, that old saying that there's only one thing worse about people talking about you, and that's people not talking about you? Yes. So do you think that actually rings true in this instance, or this is just he's gone too far, everyone just hates him?
Yeah, I think everyone hates him now. I think he's crossed the line of that old saying, any publicity is better than no publicity. I think it's got to a point now that people just don't give a shit. They really don't.
Yeah. They're just over him.
Yeah, and this is what one person had to say. There you go. There. Just gave the Indian.
There he is again.
There he is again. Made an appearance.
But now, I don't know, did you have any more on that, or can I branch off?
You can branch off, my friend.
Now, I don't know, have you got technology down there to play YouTubes?
Of course I do. Would you like me?
Because I'm just wondering, look, with the state of things today, like, the older you get, you look around and, you've heard it all before, and the kids of today, they're out of control if this was my day, and all this sort of stuff. Now, Now, there's a little video through the week of a guy from a Sunshine Coast radio station, I think it was, and he was just sitting around in the mall up in Caboolture, I think it was at, and it's just sitting around, and all of a sudden there was an incident. He whipped out his camera, and it was some children, and they just went up to a security guard for no reason at all and started hassling him and pushing him and all this, and it's
Well done.
wrong, and you could think back and go, right, was that what Kyle was like? Was he one of these little brats?
Well, he was,
Yeah.
didn't he? Wasn't he from? He's from up from that Upper Combukta West sort of area, isn't he?
Oh, is he? I don't know.
I
I don't
think he
know.
is, isn't
But
he?
anyway, it's I don't know if you want to search for the video.
No,
Can we play the?
yeah, I'll play the video. I'm just trying to look for it.
I've got a
sent me
link in the show
you sent me the
notes.
links. Yeah, and that's I'm trying to get. I'm getting the notes up. CTF Google. Oh, there it is. There. Here we go. Okay, I'll get it up, and I'll hang on. Whoa. Stop it right there, my
That might
friend.
have been a bit loud anyway. Might have to turn
Oh,
it
okay,
down.
I'll turn that down. Let me just move it across here to you. Okay, let's just move that across.
Yeah, and so the security guard obviously didn't want nothing to do with it. He wasn't going to punch up a kid. And I mean, these kids, they'd be what,
That'd
10,
be
11?
12,
Like
10,
young
10,
kids on little
10, 12,
scooters.
10, 12 years old. Not much,
Yeah,
not much older than that.
no, it's a disgrace. And I think the police have arrested the main offender,
Oh,
and I
they
think they're
have.
looking for
Okay.
the co-offender who actually he wasn't captured in the video doing anything, but he was there probably egging on and probably hurling verbal
Right,
abuse and all
right,
this sort of
right.
stuff.
Okay, well, I've got it here. Let's just listen to this. I might have to turn it down a little if I can find out which knob I'm on. There it is.
Can we do video?
Yes, doing video.
Oh, defend himself, and this kid's got into a tussle. Really smart.
Okay, apparently there's no audio. Let me play that again. Here we go.
Trouble in the Caboolture CBD involving kids has escalated during the school holidays. What you haven't seen with this video is what happened just before I picked up the camera. In fact, it's the reason why I picked up the camera. The security guard, which you can see, was in fact walking towards the automatic doors, minding his own business. This kid, in a very cowardly act, came up behind him, both hands, and shoved him at full flight. He's turned around to defend himself, and this kid's got into a tussle. Really smart, Alec, as tough as he can be. Funny part about this is that this other kid here, well, must notice what's happening, realise there's a camera on him,
F word there.
freaks out. I'm guessing he doesn't want his parents to see this. So my encouragement to you is send this video around, as many people as you can, and let's try and get the parents to see this. Where are the parents? Why are these kids in the CBD of Caboolture causing so many problems? This is just a small part of it. We're seeing damage, we're seeing graffiti, we're seeing skateboards go in and out, causing damage in their own right. So pass it around and have a look at this kid who takes it off like a giggling Gertie with his hand caught in a jelly bean jar when he finally realises that there's a camera on him. What an idiot.
There you go.
yeah. So obviously they got some troubles up there in Caboolture, but I mean these kids and it's unfortunate I think as well. Oh, maybe for the best, maybe not. But I think it's unfortunate that security guard's not allowed to touch that kid and maybe just grab him by the arm, and take him inside,
Yeah.
and just go, sit down here.
Yeah.
What's your
I'm
parents'
calling your
number?
parents. Yeah.
Or police.
Yeah. I would have just called the police. Correct. Exactly
Yeah.
right.
But see, but he's not allowed to touch. Probably not allowed to touch that child.
Well, that's the problem. They don't have the power to do a citizen's arrest
But
anymore.
if he's a security guard, shouldn't he be given the power?
I
Like
agree. I agree. If someone starts harassing you,
Mm.
right? Why you don't have any
He
power?
should be given the power to say, "Come on, Sonny, just come in here, and we're going to call the police."
Exactly.
This is crazy.
It's just
Because-
stupid.
Yeah, but anyway, it's just something I saw, and I just thought this is a bit. Yeah, bit out of control, and I think it's just getting more and more like that. But maybe I'm just getting older. That's what
No, you're
happens
not
when you
getting
get
old. You're
old.
just getting less tolerant, mate. Just getting
Yeah,
less
maybe.
tolerant.
But that is stupid. Like, you don't go around doing that sort of stuff. I never did stuff like that.
I didn't.
You know.
Well, I might have
Yeah.
caused trouble and ripped a few letterboxes out of driveways at midnight.
Yeah.
But I didn't go up to people and just harass people. That guy could have decked him.
I remember, I remember smacking one off its post with a baseball bat.
Oh yeah, look, I tried one day, and my name isn't really Erik Franco. It's Will Jung Smith, um, and I won't tell you what's up with this. So I tried to put going letterbox. What do you call it? I don't know what the term was, but I tried to get one off, and it was so well entrenched into the just wouldn't come off. And then it just did so much damage and cut my arms and everything. I think, oh, well, that's the last time I'm doing that.
Yes, yeah, but pulling them out, blowing them up with firecrackers and all this sort of stuff. It's pretty funny.
Bloody idiots. So, yeah, so that's pretty funny. Speaking of parents who aren't any good at what they do, like obviously those parents there, where you don't even know where your kids are. Those kids wouldn't have been more than 10 or 12, really. A couple of those, especially the first one that got busted, he would have been about 8.
Yeah,
I don't know about
right.
you, but I've got a 6-year-old and a 10-year-old here, and they're playing with their friends. They're in their room. They're drawing. They're playing. They're just doing normal kid things, not on the streets. I bet you I know if where the parents were. Just walk around to the closest pub. I think you'll find them.
Yeah. They're probably having a drink and
Gambling.
tripping on the bungers and bloody
And when their
getting
kids
smashed.
were younger, they were probably left in the car.
Oh, yeah, it's bad. These people, hopefully something happens, but
Well, it's
like everything today, it doesn't.
right.
That doesn't.
Well, speaking of parents, and hopefully something would happen. Parents in legal hot water over party trouble. Parents have been chastised for causing a legal stoush over where their son could go to a birthday party. This is ridiculous. A federal magistrate said their bickering had left their son, 8, suffering the most. The court heard the boy had planned to go to a friend's party on a weekend he was staying with his father. Right, so the mother had organised that on the weekend that he's normally with his dad, he'd organised that you can go to your friend's place. But the father's lawyers faxed his former wife's solicitors to say the boy would not be going to the party. The court heard that according to the fax, the boy said he didn't want to go and his father had made plans to take him to a farm. The mother's lawyers replied that her son had wanted... Why don't they just talk? They've got lawyers getting involved. The mother's lawyers replied that her son had wanted to go and the farm was only 10 minutes drive from the party anyway. The court then heard that the boy eventually did go to the party but had missed the celebrations of another friend under similar circumstances. So it's not the first time this has happened. The magistrate said it was concerning that such a straightforward matter had turned into a legal stoush. The attendance by a child at the birthday party of a friend is an important event. Agree? Surely the attendance should not require the exchange of letters between lawyers. This is a common and straightforward parental obligation. And the person caught in the middle is, of course, the young man.
But the kid didn't want to go.
No, the kid wanted to go.
Right, but the father wanted to take him to the farm.
The father faxed the lawyer. His lawyer said, "Oh, by the way, he's not going because he didn't want to go anyway." And the mother's going, "Hang on a minute, he's always wanted to go." What the father's done, he's being an idiot, because it was his weekend with the kid. He's saying, "Well, when he's with me, he does what we're going to do. I'm not going to say he's not going to, suddenly agree to go into a party that you organise for him." So it's just tit for tat, ridiculous sort of,
Yeah, what a joke.
What a dickhead.
That's a joke.
What's his name? Oh, okay, they haven't released the names of the parents because otherwise the son's name would be quite easy to work out, obviously. So they haven't. But whoever you are, you're an idiot and you're a moron. Get over yourself. The male.
Yeah, you're a moron. Now go. Speaking of putting people down with words, the word mong. Now you've
Yes.
heard of the word mong?
I have. 20 years ago or longer, it used to refer to someone who was deformed or mentally challenged or retarded in some way. Mongoloid, like Down syndrome. Because they used to call Down syndrome kids mongoloids.
Yeah.
It's not. They don't call them that now.
No. Well, someone does.
Well, someone did.
And I don't know if you watched was it the what did he do? The Golden Globes or
Golden
something?
Globes. Yeah, I didn't watch it really.
No, oh no, who does? I didn't either. But anyway, Jerry, what is it? What's his name?
Ricky Gervais.
Ricky Gervais. He's in trouble for describing Susan Boyle as a Hmong during the awards. Now, look, I like Ricky, but unfortunately can't agree with him on this
Oh,
one.
he's probably gone a bit too far, I think.
Gone too far in public, private, get away with it. In public, you don't.
Look, amongst his friends, he might say, "Oh, look, that bloody so and so. He or she is a bit of a Hmong."
Yeah, yeah.
But in public, in front of the whole world, it's probably not a good thing.
Yeah, and then like it started a story, and then but building on that, are newspapers also as much disrespectful as him when you see headlines with a picture of Susan and a headline going, "There's nothing Hmong with that."
No, of course that's just typical.
Well,
That's just headline grabbing journalism, and or in the digital age, let's see how many hits we get.
Yeah, but that is just as equally as disrespectful and wrong. And like,
Agreed.
yeah, I think I don't know, I don't like that sort of humour. I think that's it's best probably kept.
Yeah, I think he's gone over the line. I think he's got to know what's funny and slightly ambiguous in how people are going to take it, and what's actually outright offensive.
Yeah, because it's just that's right. It's no good, especially in the public arena. And especially on a show, I suppose from a person like that, you'd probably expect it on some sort of show like Howzos. You know, you'd watch that.
My
show
brother was telling me about that today. He loves it. I showed him that video the Australian video that he sent me. Right?
Oh yeah,
Australia. I posted that on Facebook, and I read some of the comments, and I'll tell you what, some people don't get satire.
Yeah. No,
they
they
just
don't.
get him so upset, and I replied saying, "Mate, relax, get over yourself."
Yeah, just if anyone in the lounge or anyone listening, you want to have a look at the video, what we're talking about. If you just YouTube search for
Straya,
yeah,
and you'll get it.
S for Sam, Straya or Straya, something like that. You'll see
Straya. So stray with an A on the end.
But there is one thing I probably thought this video could have left out. The only thing was about the glassing. I just didn't know if the glassing was truly relevant.
Oh, but you know what? It does happen. And,
well, it does happen.
And he was taken... But what my brother said, and he pointed out very correctly, he says, what a lot of people didn't realise, because he read some of the comments too, is that even though he was taking the piss out of the migrants, he was actually taking more the piss out of the behaviour of Australians more than anything else. Right? But all the comments that were getting upset were people whose parents were migrants or they're migrants. And one comment that I remember very... Clear says, "Hey mate, I earn more than you, fucking lazy 70% of you lazy frickin' Australians." But I said, "Mate, get over yourself. So what? It's not about the money. It's satire, you moron."
Yeah, that's right. And it was that barbecue and the sausages until they're black and burnt. Like
that's right. And get to put the effing flag on your car till October.
That's what happens.
It was so funny. Look, when I started listening to it, his accent, he obviously put on an extra bogan accent. He wanted to sound as much like Julia Gillard as he possibly could.
Male version.
And it worked. The male version of Julia Gillard. And the accent itself, the way he was going on, I thought, oh, that's just too much for me. But then I listened to it again and listened to actually what he was saying. And I tell you what, he's pretty funny to carry on like that for 2 minutes straight without a breath and not miss a beat.
It's good. It's good. It was good. Good.
It's very good.
Now, did you have anything else to go on with? Because I've got something here.
What do you got?
Reading about.
What do you got? I've got another idiot that I want to.
Oh, okay. Well, you go on.
All right. During the week,
I'll send you a little link about it, and then you go on about yours. What are you doing?
Okay, you've sent it to the wrong. Hang on.
Oh, sorry. Where are you?
I'm on. Oh yeah, that's the one. I'm about to talk about that right now.
Oh, okay.
Talk about right now. Now, during the week, a politician by the name of Anthony, I've got no idea, Albanese.
Albert Sleaze.
That's right. Plagiarised very, very clearly lines from a movie called The American President. Now, if you don't believe me, and let's go forward, I'll play it for you right now. Okay, so listen up, people.
Australia, we have serious challenges to solve, and we need serious people to solve them.
We have serious problems to solve, and we need serious people to solve them.
Unfortunately, Tony Abbott is not the least bit interested in fixing anything.
Bob Rumson is not the least bit interested in solving it.
He's only interested in two things: making Australians afraid of it and telling them who's to blame for it.
He is interested in two things, and two things only: making you afraid of it and telling you who's to blame for it.
Laurie Oakes, 9 News.
Is that outright plagiarism or what?
I'd like to know that who the hell has put 2 and 2 together for that, eh?
Well, they're very... Look, the Liberal Party got some really smart cookies on board, and they are looking for every little slip-up that these morons make. Fortunately for them, it's not that hard, because they're slipping up every minute of the day, and this guy, how he got into politics, I'll never know. He can barely speak English, let alone plagiarise somebody else. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. So, yeah. What's this here? I don't know, you read down this article that Prime Minister came to the defence of Albanese, and after presenting actor Geoffrey Rush with the Australian of the Year award, Gong in Canberra, she tweeted she loved actors. I love Michael Douglas because he's married to a Welsh woman. At Abbo. MP, at Abbo.
Yeah.
MP is not bad. What's Abbo? Is that Albanese? Is that his thing at Twitter?
Yeah.
His Twitter's Abbo.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a bit wrong.
Right.
Why don't you just make it... Why don't you change it to Mong?
Now that would be a more appropriate
because that's probably
use of the word.
more suits him than Abbo.
Yeah, that would be a more appropriate use of the word. Because I think it would be a more appropriate use because he's obviously not a Mong, but you don't go calling people that are that.
Oh, it's Albo. Is it Albo or Abbo?
It looks like Abbo.
No, Albo.
Is it Albo?
Yeah, Albo.
It looks like Abbo. I have to have my glasses on, but still.
But
Abbo's speeches.
But she never actually defended him. She didn't agree. She didn't say, "Oh, look, he didn't mean it." He didn't defend him at all. She just, if anything, she just skirted the topic.
Apparently, the rip-off was spotted by Liberal Party director Brian Loughnane. Big fan of the movie. I was going through the torture of watching Albo at the press club when I suddenly thought to myself, "I've heard this before."
Yeah.
Making reference to the central love interest in the
then
film.
the question must be asked: how many movies are you watching, dude? Aren't you supposed to be a politician working for us that you can remember?
He's got his iPod in the chambers.
But look at this comments here.
His movies.
These are the comments that you know, where is it? Someone actually defended him, saying, "Oh, it must be a really slow day if all that's all, you know, that's all you can come up with." You know, someone stealing a line from a movie, you know, like, it's like it's not important. In other words,
but how's this story goes on? Despite gammering more than 25,000 YouTube hits, not including all the knockoff versions, Albanese's YouTube presence is still dominated by the time he made a speech while standing in front of Kevin Rudd, who happened to be eating his earwax.
Well done.
Have you seen it? That
I
clip?
haven't seen that. I don't think I want to see it.
It is fair dinkum. Rudd just picks his ear and eats it.
That is disgusting.
Go and have a look at it.
What do you think? It tastes like a bit like Peking duck. What's he doing?
Oh, do you want me to? I'll send you the link.
Can you not? I don't want to watch it.
No,
I want to see Ruddy. I want to see him get rid of Gillard. That's what I want to see. You got it there? Ruddy.
How do you mean? No, he won't get rid of her.
Yes, he will.
He won't get rid of her. That earwax has got 825. There we go. 825,000 hits.
Oh, gee,
wow. Oh, jeez.
He must be depressed about that. Bloody hell.
Yeah, crazy stuff. Crazy stuff.
Now, just remember this one next story, just in case anyone ever forgot this little thing. If you want to get irate, here's your chance on Australia Day. This is your chance to get irate. Here we go.
There will be no carbon tax under the government I lead.
Certainly what we rejected is this hysterical allegation that somehow that we are moving towards a carbon tax from the Liberal and their advertising. We certainly reject that.
Yep. They're nowhere near a carbon tax.
No, nowhere near a carbon tax, are they?
No. They're so far from a carbon tax that they're in one.
They're so far up their asses, more like it.
They can't see the no carbon tax because of the carbon tax.
That's right, idiots. God. So anyway, I saw that during the week. I thought, oh, you know, let's just remind people, because come July 1, 2012, or 2013, I'm not sure, we're all going to be paying a shitload more for stuff. Actually, we are now going to be taxed on the air we breathe, effectively.
Yeah, that's right.
So good luck
And
with that.
well, anyway, good news probably north of the border is that we're going to elections in March. So we'll see
and
if
we all know I'm going to watch this. I'm going to watch it live. I'm going to shut the door, and I'm going to cheer for the Liberals to give her a spanking like she's never had, even on her honeymoon night.
Oh, and what about Campbell Newman? So do you reckon he'll get his seat up there in Ashgrove?
Of course he will. Of course he will.
I think they'll probably get
He'll get his
smashed.
seat, and he'll give her a thumping.
But it was even said today that Rudd and Gillard are going to help with the campaign. Like, wouldn't you be wanting to just distance yourself?
Well, Rudd will, because that'll give him
some
some camera time, and some popularity. Even though Bly's going to lose, it'll make him look like the the American president. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Because everyone will be wanting to know what he's doing. And,
yeah, that's it. And you can drop a few ambiguous hints that, oh, did he really mean this? Did he really mean that? He'll just keep feeding that fire. Good on you, Ruddy.
Yeah.
He loves doing that.
When was it supposed to be finished? 2014.
Should be finished now.
It was supposed to be, was it?
It's supposed to be. When he'd announced it in 2007, NBN will be up by 2012. Then it moved to 2014. Now it's moved to 2021.
Yeah, good work.
Well done, government.
Dumbasses.
That's good stuff.
Dumbasses.
What else you got? I got a couple of classics here. If you
no, I had a couple tonight, but I can find some.
Now, this is courtesy of a friend of mine in Los Angeles. He posted this on Facebook, and in case I'll just read that to you. Can you see that?
Religion is like a penis.
Is like a penis. It's fine to have one. It's fine to be proud of it. But please don't whip it out in public and start waving it around. And please don't try to shove it down my children's throats.
That's fair enough too. Where's that on the sign? Is that in the US
somewhere? It's on a sign in the US.
Yeah, fair enough.
Another sign in the US, and you're not going to believe this sign. McDonald's. This is taped on the window of McDonald's. Okay?
You'll have to read it. I can't read it too
Please
small.
note, as an insurance measure, due in part to a recent string of robberies, African American customers are now required to pay an additional fee of $1.50 per customer, per transaction.
No, that'd be a G up.
Come on, look at that.
That's a G up.
You reckon?
Yeah, they'd be in trouble for that.
Anyone at McDonald's want to refute that allegation? The phone number's up there and everything. 800-225-3532. Give it a call.
So they're allowed to they're allowed to charge blacks an extra $1.50, but we're not allowed to put boot polish on our face and do a dance.
Well, we can if you want. You might have to pay $1.50 though.
Without getting in trouble for it. Referring back to the
According to
incident.
this allegation on the window, they are going to charge African Americans an extra $1.50 for every Big Mac they buy because their insurance has gone up because of robberies. Obviously, robberies, implying that the robberies are done by African Americans. Not bad.
It's
not bad. The world's getting better.
Yes.
The world's getting better.
Look, that sort of stuff. That's not helping, is it?
No, not at all.
No, I think it's a G. It wouldn't be. I think that's a G.
I hope it's a G up.
Yeah, it is a G. There we go.
All right, Glenn says it's a G up. Right, you heard it first here.
My money's on G up.
G up for Glenn. And people who don't know, other countries don't know what a G up is, it's a joke. It means it's a joke. Someone's pulling your leg. Pulling your leg.
That's right.
Righto. What do we got here? I've got here stupid stories. You ready for stupid stories? I don't have any canon stories or any it's not gay, it's European stories. But I'll read this. These are from doctor surgeries, doctor stories. A man comes into the emergency room and yells, "My wife's going to have her baby in the cab." I grabbed my stuff, rushed out to the cab, lifted the lady's dress and began to take off her underwear. Suddenly I noticed that there were several cabs and I was in the wrong one.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one. Now, what else have we got going over here?
I've got a few more. I've got heaps of them. What else you got?
Fox. No, that's the wrong show. I don't know. What's going on in entertainment?
Oh, hang on a minute. This is what I say to Albanese. There you go.
That says it all.
It says it all. Now, one more. At the beginning of my shift, I placed a stethoscope on an elderly and slightly deaf female patient's anterior chest wall. Up here.
Say it again.
This is a doctor. At the beginning of a shift, I placed a stethoscope on an elderly and slightly deaf female patient's anterior chest wall, on her chest.
Yeah.
Then he said to her, "Big breaths." I instructed, so you do get you got to get your breathing. He said, "Big breaths." He said, and then she replied, "Yes, they used to be."
What book are you getting these out of?
Oh, look, you just Google. I'm not making this up. I'm not writing this material.
They sound something like like my dad tells.
Oh, I'm just reading it. This is what he says. This is what these are the stories from doctors on their stuff ups.
Yeah, right.
All the
you do a few.
I've even got his name
you?
here, Dr. Susan Steinberg in Canada. No, that was Dr. Richard Burns of Seattle. Yep. Okay. So there you go. Anyway, that's it for me today.
Yeah, that's about it for me. I'm just looking through. There's nothing else here except this. The Prime Minister being all tripping over. You
got any footage of that? I might try and get it.
I'm just looking at some now. But I've got to go through the ad first.
Prime Minister, Julia Gillard, rescued by riot police. Let's see what we've got here. Geez, it's a bit slow today. Is there a video? Oh, they're not posting the video.
Yeah, look, I've got the back part or the front part
Here we go.
of the video.
I got the video. Got the video.
Have you got the subtitled video there?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at from the. Yeah, here we go. News.com.au. Oh no.
I've got this from the UK, so it might not be censored. You reckon that'll be a better one?
They didn't show it either.
They didn't.
Well, not on this one. They showed it, but then as she was falling over, they stilled it.
Oh,
you know
right.
What I mean?
Well, I don't know. Let's just see what this one says. Here, let's just have a look here. Capture that. Let's go here. Oh, that's not bloody working out, is it? There. Here we go. Sorry about that. I'll have to edit this out in the whatchamacallit, in the video, because it's time wasting. Not really good.
Yeah, so it looks like she lost a shoe.
Okay, here we go. I'm gonna play it now. Oh, see, now we're going to wait for an ad. I hate how they do this. I really hate how they do this. Can I fast forward this ad? Sorry about this.
A plate clearance like never before. Because Ford now has a range like never before.
Anyway.
They're all getting incited by white people.
Yeah.
And then I call them a racist. Look at them. There's no blacks there. They're all whites. This is disgraceful. This is disgraceful. There's Tony Abbott getting him out of there. Tony Abbott's calm. That's all right. Push me. I can get in the car by myself. Get back! Stay back! I would have shot tear gas into the crowd.
Yeah.
There you go. They've hustled her into the car. That is disgraceful. These people are fucking mongs. You know, I don't care. I might not like her, but you do not treat a leader of any country in this manner.
No way. Then you're right. There's no blacks there.
Look, there's two blacks and they're all whites. They're inciting this. Look at them.
You put the spear away.
Take the spear off him, you idiot.
Yeah, I would have slapped him with one. That is just freaking.
That is disgraceful. They should get that video and charge every one of them.
I reckon.
And put them in jail.
Agree. That is just disgraceful.
Terrible.
But is that always happens in Australia? Eh? Someone always tries to make a statement.
Yeah, but it's terrible. It's terrible. It's just
anyway. End of show on a good note.
No good.
No carbon tax.
That's no good.
No good. Anyway,
but the good news is she won't have to worry about it for too much longer.
Nah, see, that's just, you know what? Her numbers have just gone up in the polls after that. Well done, fellas. Now we'll never get rid of her.
Yes, we will. We'll be right.
We'll be right. Well, good night all. Thank you, Glenn. Thank you, Ball Boys. Thank you, chat room. Thank you, Lounge. Thanks for hanging around. And
yes.
Australia Day episode 22.
Brought to you by the Secret Hub Studios.
Good evening all. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Good night.